intense discussion last night about this issue as to whether or not there should be new case law, whether there should be new legal theories developed in terms of going after the U.S. government that provides money for the multi-jurisdictional task forces. And the presumption is it's our money, that they're going to protect our constitutional rights, and that there's no federal oversight body comparable to local oversight entities that you can go to. So in addition to us, we on the panel, I'm throwing this out for discussion. I think we need to advance the discussion we had last night. That is, that the federal government as an entity, the U.S. Justice Department as an entity, whether or not we have the ability to seek a cause of action against them in the use of our money to suppress us and to deny our constitutional rights on a number of levels. Right now, what Buck says, that's what you can do. But I think there's a framework for developing new case law in relationship to this and new theories to do.
And we also should probably elect our police commissioners. Right now, the police commissioners are appointed by the mayor. And they do have subpoena power. They've never executed their subpoena power all the years that we've been involved with actually going every Thursday to the meeting to advocate on behalf of those who are victims of police brutality. So that's another way that we could maybe get to the core problem, is by actually electing our police commissioners as opposed to them being appointed by the mayor.
Multi-district task forces are actually incorporated as separate municipal corporations in and of themselves, and you can sue them as an entity in and of itself. So although there is the dilemma of being confronted with several police departments when you don't know who did what and they're all part of this task force, the task force itself can be also targeted and be held legally accountable in most of these.
And the task force only seems to be operating in the city of Detroit. You do not see the multi-task force in suburban,
That's not true.
No, I'm dealing with one in Monroe right now. I'm dealing with one
so they're
in
moving
Newport.
into everywhere
This
now.
was like Ice Cube County, Michigan State Police. Yeah, this kind of.
We have a question in front.
Yeah, I'm not an attorney, okay? I believe that one person on the street corner is not two people is a movement. I'm most interested in how are we going to turn the situation around. I've been an activist for a long time, and I have also been brutalized. In fact, this is probably the first time I've really gotten out again, probably for the last 4 or 5 years. But that's only because somebody wrote a song about it, and it's a good song. And that's what I'm concerned about. What are we going to do to turn this around? It's going to get a lot worse, and it's going to get a lot worse quick. I go all over the state of Michigan. I go to different groups. I don't always agree with everything they say, but I don't go in there and I try to give something. If they want to give me something, I always make sure I give something back. That's the best way to organize, to break the ice of all the different people here in Michigan that are having problems. And believe me, it's all over the state. So what can we do? What can I do? Because I do go all over the state. What can I share about your group? Because Detroit is the heart of the state of Michigan. And the heart is not pumping. Okay? What can I share from your group? And I'm not an attorney. To all the other activist groups that I run into around the state of Michigan.
I'm doing other people speak. One of the things is, for those of you who are either legal workers or activists, you can join the National Lawyers Guild. This is fun. That's one of the things you can do. Yeah, I'm getting to that. And you can also join the Detroit Coalition Against Police Brutality. When I say join, we have our meetings, our general meetings every fourth Sunday at 3 p.m. And you certainly can get in contact with us. Our website is detcoalition@att.net. And, pardon me? Oh, I'm sorry, what's the Detroit Coalition.org. I have to have another brain. And anyway, so you can do that, and we're beginning to launch our Peace Zones for Life campaign. We're also starting a campaign to deal with the cessation of automobile high-speed chases, and we're going to go to Lansing. We have people from here, from Flint, from Battle Creek, from Grand Rapids, and so forth. We're going to join us in that situation. And so I'm saying it's just like the old Stokely Carmichael and Kwame Ture situation was: organize, organize, organize. Don't get despondent. We have to have organizations to do this. And I'm sure there are others in here, Detroit City of Hope and others, that would allow for that to be used in this context. And certainly within the context of what we do, we welcome that. That's why we have the radio program and other kinds of things where we can begin to actually move the movement to a higher level.